All right, in this short tutorial number 3, we're going to talk about mixing integers and strings. I've created a file named tutorial3.py. Remember, the py extension tells the editor that this is a Python program. Right, and I've created a variable here, age equals 29. Remember, in the last tutorial, we talked about variable naming rules. We said they should start with a letter or an underscore. They can't start with a number, but they can contain numbers, letters, or underscores. We want to keep the names meaningful. We usually write them in lowercase by convention. That's not a rule. And we avoid using the names of Python keywords and functions. Right. And so that's covered back in tutorial 2 if you need to review that. Here, I've created a variable named age. Right, I use the assignment operator, which is the equal sign, and I've assigned the number 29 to that. So let's suppose I want to print out this message that my age is 29. So I can print out this string, right? So we've seen that before. Print the string characters we want to print can be inside these double quotes or single quotes, right? And now I add on the age. So this is not mathematical addition. Remember, when we work with strings, it's called concatenation, which means to append another string to the end. But this is not a string. This is actually a numeric data type. So what I want to show you is that this will produce an error message. So here in the terminal, I'm going to type Python 3, tutorial3.py. Let's run it, and we can see that we get an error message, right? Type error must be string, not int. So when we want to mix these two, when we want to convert an int to a string, we use this function, str, right? And now this says, convert this to a string. Once this is a string, it will append it to the end of this message and should print everything out. So I'm going to Control S to save. Let's run this again, right? And so we now see we print out my age is 29. One other example, right, we could say print. And I'm going to print out the message next year. I will be. I'm going to use the string. I'm going to say age plus 1, right, plus space years old. Right. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to print out, we should see next year I will be 30 years old. And what happens is by putting this in parentheses, I'm actually going to force the mathematical operator here. Here the plus will be an addition. So this will take the number 29, add 1 to it, give us 30. Then this will convert it to a string, append it to the end of this string. So here, this operator and this operator, both of these are concatenation. They're adding strings together. So they're going to form one long string, right? And so if we save this, let me clear this out, maybe move this up. Let's run this again. So now, right, we printed out my age is 29. You can see it printed out next year I will be 30 years old. So it performed that math and then converted it to a string. Right? So that's just a quick example of showing you then how you can mix numeric types in with strings when you want to print them out. We could print them separately, so I can just say here, print age, and it will go ahead and print this for me as a numeric type. Right. So if I save that and we run this again, see, when I print it all alone, it's just fine. It's here when I was trying to use this as a string by concatenating it to this. All right, so that's the end of this particular tutorial.